Good morning, everyone. Please be seated. Hello, good morning. On behalf of our faculty, staff, residents, and alumni, I want to extend a warm welcome to all here in person and watching remotely for this most joyous conclusion to the three-year journey of the class of 2026. My name is Kathy Giacomini. I am privileged to serve as Dean of the UCSF School of Pharmacy. The school has been my home for over 30 years as a pharmacist scientist, and commencement is one of my favorite highlights of the academic year because it is so fun and is such a milestone event for the students. To begin our ceremony, I'd like to acknowledge the ancestral owners of this land, the Ramaytush Ohlone, people who inhabited the San Francisco Peninsula thousands of years ago. They believe that we have a responsibility to care for the land as stewards. By caring for the land and through our educational and healthcare missions, UCSF hopes to be diligent stewards, honoring the ancestral owners of these lands. For this year's commencement, we have a number of distinguished guests, including some of our most respected campus leaders up here on stage with me. I am going to call out their names, and I will ask each one of them to stand up, and I will ask you to do what I learned the other day was the impossible, although the impossible was done. Hold your applause until they are all standing up. All right, so first, Sam Hawgood, Chancellor of UCSF. No? They didn't do it. Second, Catherine Lucy, Executive Vice Chancellor and Provost. Hold your applause. Renee Navarro, Vice Chancellor, Diversity and Outreach. Brian Kamoto, alumni from the class of 1981 and the alumni regent on the University of California Board of Regents. Nikkei Blake, Dean of the Graduate Division. Michael Reddy, Dean of the School of Dentistry. Carol Dawson Rose, Dean of the School of Nursing. And Sharon Yeomans, Executive Vice Dean of the School of Pharmacy. They are an amazing leadership group, and we are delighted to have them here today celebrating with all of us. Now let's give them all a big hand. Okay, let's get to the fun stuff. Today we celebrate the beginning of the careers of 118 new pharmacists who make up the class of 2026. Wow. And you are celebrating your transition, students, from pharmacy student to full-fledged pharmacist on the birthday of the city of San Francisco. On May 19th, 1850, the city of San Francisco was officially incorporated and established, going from a tiny settlement to a major, iconic, foggy city that we all know and love, and that has been your home for the last few years. So really, you and the city of San Francisco are on parallel tracks. Humble beginnings, a little chaos along the way, and now fully established and ready to make an impact. Let's give them a hand. I guess I'll add with hopefully fewer earthquakes. This commencement ceremony marks the close of one chapter, your formal education as pharmacy students, and the start of another, your journey as pharmacists and healthcare leaders. This is a remarkable milestone. It reflects years of perseverance and dedication in our 3-year, rigorous, year-round curriculum. And it reflects your commitment to improving the health of the communities we are privileged to serve. This is indeed a memorable class. You navigated your undergraduate studies through COVID as the world turned upside down. You adapted, you persevered, you arrived at UCSF in the summer of 2023. As you built your clinical skills and gained invaluable practice experience, you created a thriving, welcoming community among yourselves. So who are you? Who is the class of 2026? Each of you carved your own special and unique path to our School of Pharmacy. Many of you came to us with degrees in the biosciences, though others brought us their backgrounds in anthropology, biomedical engineering, business management, criminal justice, environmental studies, genetics, kinesiology, and psychology. And one quick quiz question for the class. How many of you were the first in your family to ever go to college? Raise your hands, raise them high. Wow. "42% of this class was the first in their family to ever go to college, and even better, 93% of you are the first in your family to earn a doctoral degree." So that's a big milestone. Some of you are from families with a pharmacist or with other health professionals, nurses, doctors, dentists. Some of you were born in other countries. We have a very global class. For example, here are some of the countries that our students hail from: China, Germany, Iran, Kenya, Korea, Mexico, Myanmar, Panama, the Philippines, love that one, Taiwan, and let's not forget Vietnam. And more importantly, let's not forget our beautiful state of California. 85% of you were California residents when you got here. Class of 2026, whether carving a new path or continuing a family tradition, the future is yours to harness, and the possibilities are limitless. It's all about expanding the playing field. It's about creating new providers and new professionals, new roles for pharmacists. Graduation is a critical junction in your journey. You move from student to PharmD graduate. You step into a new professional identity, one that carries both privilege and incredible responsibility. Pharmacists are the most accessible and, for many, the most trusted healthcare providers, with 89% of Americans living within 5 miles of a pharmacy. They are relying on you. The future of pharmacy, though, is not confined to one role or one setting. It spans community practice, regulatory agencies, research, industry, entrepreneurship, and new models of care that have yet to be imagined. As you embark on your next chapter, we're depending on you to continue to build bridges, to close gaps in patient care, to innovate in ways that improve healthcare for all. You will shape our profession, and we can't wait to see what you will accomplish. Give this group of superstars a big hand. If there is one thing each member of this class realizes, it is that no one reaches this day completely on their own. It really does take a village. Let us take a moment to thank all the people who supported and mentored you through pharmacy school. To our esteemed faculty, thank you for educating and mentoring our students through the 3-year journey. You made the education of the class of 2026 and this day possible. Please stand up, my faculty. I also want to thank our staff, many who work tirelessly to support our students in countless ways and often behind the scenes. I also want to recognize a special group who contributed to the delivery of your education, UCSF's pharmacy residents who work in our hospitals. This special group has given so much to us as practitioners and educators in their short time here. Most of these trainees will be leaving us in June, so today's ceremony marks their graduation as well. Will the residents please stand up? Come on, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We want to thank all of your family and friends, many of whom are here with us today to celebrate you. Take a look around, everyone, at everyone who's here. I see parents, I see siblings, I see life partners, spouses, children, grandparents, many other relatives and friends. There are more than 1,000 people here cheering you on and more watching and cheering you online. So let's thank all of them for everything they do. Thank you, families. They couldn't be here without you. And we would be remiss if we did not remember our family members and friends who are no longer with us, but who believed in you and who helped you along the way. So let's pause a moment and think about those individuals. All right, let's give a hand to everyone who supported your journey. One of the hallmarks of a UCSF pharmacy graduate is their drive to go beyond their PharmD degrees to pursue additional training and education. The class of 2026 is no exception. You have been extremely successful in matching to residencies. Over 80% of you matched. Many of you obtained fellowships in industry and elsewhere, and others are seeking additional advanced degrees. Some of you will work in biotech industry, regulatory affairs, or research and development. Many will join community pharmacies and pharmacies in healthcare systems. And some of you will even join the family business. In all cases, you will protect and advance science and protect and help your parents. We are so proud of this class. Thank you. And to reflect on your accomplishments, the class cabinet of 2026 chose 2 members to serve as class speakers at today's ceremony. First speaker. This first student speaker is Balpreet Badaisha. Balpreet is a first-generation college student from Kerman, California, and a graduate of Cal State University, Fresno. At UCSF, she has been a dedicated leader and advocate for health equity, serving as Cultural Humility and Healthcare Coordinator and Vice President of External Affairs for the Student National Pharmaceutical Association. Balpreet matched at Community Regional Medical Center and aims to become an acute care clinical pharmacist serving underserved communities. Balpreet, please come up to the podium. Congratulations.
Good morning, faculty, family, friends, and the incredible UCSF School of Pharmacy class of 2026. If you had told me 3 years ago that pharmacy school would teach me how to counsel patients, calculate creatinine clearance in my sleep, and somehow function on a diet of caffeine, I would have believed you. However, if you told me that it would also teach me how to sprint after the EV shuttle while holding a half-empty backpack, an iced coffee, and my dignity, I would have said absolutely not. But here we are, skilled clinicians and highly trained shuttle chasers. Our journey at UCSF did not begin with confidence. It started with confusion, caffeine, and Cole Hall chairs that were not meant for 3-hour lectures. We shuffled into those early classes, clutching coffee like it was a life source, trying to convince ourselves we understood what the slides meant. Then came Mission Hall, where studying meant sitting with 24 pages of therapeutic notes, wondering how we got here and why we didn't pack more snacks. Somewhere between I'll just skim this section and realizing it was suddenly 1 a.m., we learned resilience, or at least how to stay awake far longer than recommended. Canbar brought its own type of chaos. The pacing, the whispered "you got this," and the sudden urge to reread your entire counseling script in 10 seconds. The collective panic somehow turned into the closest thing into group meditation, and the whispered good luck right before the door closed, that was team building at its finest. We also learned lessons that no syllabus could prepare us for. Never trust a schedule that says conference ends at 5, and never under any circumstance open the therapeutic guideline PDF during Zoom unless you want your laptop to behave like it's launching a space shuttle. But the best parts of these 3 years were not found in the lectures or the exams, they were in the in-between moments. They were in the EV shuttle rides where we all silently agreed not to make eye contact while trying not to fall over. They were in the late-night study sessions that slowly transformed into therapy sessions. They were in the spontaneous boba runs we justified as just a 10-minute break. In the late-night Taco Bell runs we swore were fuel. The slices of cake we ordered as a study snack, and the long walks with friends. Walks that let us pause, laugh, and enjoy being in this beautiful city together. We also had our share of victories, big ones, small ones, and others we did not fully appreciate until the stress finally wore off. Passing summative felt like unlocking a new level of life, and surviving IPPY gave us resilience and character development we never asked for. And conquering the Mega OSCE, that was our collective turning point. But what really made these years special was watching our classmates shine. We cheered as our peers won the clinical skills competition, took home the VIP case competition title, led organizations, educated communities, and advocated fiercely for their patients and their communities. Seeing each other accomplish so much reminded me of just how talented, hardworking, and passionate this class really is. Somewhere along the way, classmates became friends, and friends became the people we texted at 2 a.m. asking if the renal dose adjustment made sense. And some way around the way, we grew up, quietly, steadily, and all together. And somewhere along the way, we stopped saying one day I'll be a pharmacist and started realizing we already are. Now we're standing on the edge of what comes next: residencies, fellowships, community practice, hospital practice, industry, ambulatory care, and yes, maybe even a full night of sleep. We're heading into different cities, specialties, and chapters. But here's what won't change. We're forever shaped by these years, connected by the late nights, early mornings, the EV shuttle turbulence, the laughter, the losses, and the victories. We carry this community with us, this class that learned to lead, advocate, persevere, and care deeply. As we step into a profession that desperately needs compassionate, brilliant, adaptable pharmacists, I hope we remember the best years of these lives. How we lifted each other, how we learned from each other, and how we made it together. Class of 2026, the world is waiting for us, our patients are waiting for us, and everything we worked for is just the beginning. We have trained, struggled, grown, and persevered. This moment is not the finish line, it's the beginning of the impact we're about to make. And if we could survive the EV shuttle, the Mega OSCE, and the 3 years of please read the guidelines for tomorrow, then trust me, we got this. Congratulations, class of 2026. Here's to the future we worked so hard for. May we step into it with confidence, compassion, and courage. Congratulations.
Great, thank you. That was so inspirational. Thank you, Balpreet. Okay, today's second speaker is Elizabeth Arden Nguyen. Elizabeth is originally from Los Angeles, California, and completed her undergraduate studies at UCLA. At UCSF, she has been an active leader, serving as class president of the class of 2026 and as regent of the Kappa Psi Pharmaceutical Fraternity. She also represented her classmates on the CAPS Lead research team and the Curriculum and Education Policy Committee while gaining clinical experience as an intern with the UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital and Owens Pharmacy. A proud Vietnamese American student, Elizabeth is passionate about leadership, advocacy, and advancing the impact of the pharmacy profession. Elizabeth, please come up. Congratulations.
It is an honor to stand before you today as a speaker representing the class of 2026, a class defined by passion, persistence, and immense purpose. Today is a celebration, not just of what we've learned, but of what we've become. So first and foremost, I'd like to congratulate us all on this incredible achievement. When we were first years, and again as second years, as one of our curriculum exercises, we were tasked to write letters to our future selves. Those letters held a mix of hopes, fears, and goals that loomed large over us at the time. Some wrote about hoping to land an internship or RCO position, some about making more time after classes to go outside and touch grass at Golden Gate Park, and some of us were hoping that our biggest worries would remain small. Making the cutoff to scan the attendance code before it disappeared, catching the Mission Bay shuttle on time, or promising again that we wouldn't stay in Mission Hall past 2 a.m. the night before a summative. Those letters were written with the belief that if we followed the right directions, kept our eyes on the route, passing each landmark and milestone as we move forward, we would stay on course. Trusting that if we had our Patagonia puffer jackets, white coats, and followed the directions on that map, we'd arrive exactly where we were meant to be. And today, we're here. But what no one really tells you that is graduation doesn't feel like arriving at the end. It feels like reaching the edge of a map where we can't clearly make out what comes next. Ahead lies open water, wide, uncharted, and full of possibility. A place full of excitement, hope, and maybe a little uncertainty. There's no class syllabus telling us what to expect or what comes next. No more summatives to pass like landmarks along the way. No professors or preceptors helping guide our course. And no Google Maps recalculating every time we make a wrong turn. For the first time in a long time, the map is completely blank, and we get to draw the path that comes next. So if I could write one final letter to the version of us standing here today, this is what I would say. Dear class, beyond the structured walls of the pharmacy school curriculum, lectures, exams, and rotations, we learned how to move through moments when the tides were rough. We learned how to steady our sails, how to navigate the conditions around us, and how to keep moving forward, even when we could hardly see the shore. Through every stretch of our journey, we didn't sail alone. Along the way, our crew grew with us. The classmates beside us became the one we leaned on and learned from. Faculty and professors who challenged us to think critically, preceptors who pushed us out of our comfort zones and trusted us with real projects, real responsibilities, and real patience. Advisors and mentors who saw potential in us before we fully saw it ourselves. And beyond the walls of this ship that we've been on, there was another crew quietly keeping us afloat. Our families, friends, and loved ones. The ones who reminded us why we started and encouraged us to keep moving forward when the currents shifted. They were here waiting for us at the destination, cheering for us the entire way. So today, I'd like to invite my fellow graduates to take a moment to stand and cheer for them now. Finally, we have all the letters that we were searching so hard for. They are letters we discovered through every uncertain crossing, every detour, and every moment of growth along the way. Our Farm Ds. P is for perspective. When we could see where the tide's ahead, we learned to widen our lens, views, outlooks, understanding, and empathy. H is for humility. We learned this work is ultimately about the people, listening, showing up, and remembering the community whose flag we carried in our sails. A is for advocacy. We learned when to speak up, when to step forward, and when to use our voice as agents of change. R is for resilience, the kind that kept our sails steady when the current shifted through uncertainty and change. M is for meaning, an anchor that kept us grounded in the moments that reminded us why this work matters. And D is for direction, not a fixed destination, but the confidence to move forward even when the route isn't clearly marked. We may not have those same letters that we once wrote to ourselves, but today we leave with these new letters we've earned, meant to carry us forward. The routes may shift, the maps may change. Graduating isn't just about arriving at a destination. It's about realizing that we have our PharmDs and everything else that we need to set sail on another adventure. With perspective, purpose, and a new path forward. Congratulations, the class of 2026.
Thank you, Dr. Nguyen. You are an inspiration to all of us. At this point in the program, we recognize our outstanding teachers and preceptors. If you are in the room, please stand and remain standing. Several were unable to join us, but sent a warm note of appreciation. The class of 2026 voted on faculty members who are special to them and selected the following to honor with their highest award, the Joseph and Vera Long Foundation Award for Excellence in Teaching. Dr. Crystal Joe was selected by the class after their first year. There we go. You can stay. And Dr. Conan McDougall was selected by the class after their second year. I think you can sit down. Oh, you can stand up. Okay. 3 were selected from across our introductory pharmacy practice programs. Dr. Keelan Ahu, if you're in the room, stand up. Dr. Alan Tan, I met you, there we go. And Dr. Justin Quintal. Yay. Okay. And then we had a group selected from across our 5 experiential programs. Dr. Raymond Ho, stay up. Dr. Nancy Nguyen, Dr. Ashu Patel, Dr. Scott Takahashi, clap for him anyway, and Dr. Florence Tan. Okay, let's give all of them a hand. This is our dream team. All of you, please stand up. Come on, back up. Faculty are recognized for many accomplishments, but there is nothing as special as being recognized by our students. So one more hand, and then we'll have them sit down. Okay, every year we choose an exceptional individual to deliver the centerpiece address of the commencement ceremony. Today's commencement speaker is Dr. J. Robert Powell. Dr. Powell, PharmD, is a distinguished clinical pharmacologist whose career has centered on advancing precision dosing to better serve diverse and underrepresented patient populations. He earned a bachelor's degree in pharmacy from West Virginia University, his PharmD from the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy and Science, and completed an NIH postdoctoral fellowship in pharmacokinetics at the UCSF School of Pharmacy, where he solidified his commitment to optimizing drug therapy for all patients. With more than 20 years in academia, 17 years in pharmaceutical industry at Glaxo, Parke-Davis, and Roche, and 6 years at the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, Dr. Powell has shaped drug development from early clinical trials all the way through regulatory approval and beyond. During his time at the FDA, he played a key role in strengthening the scientific foundation for safe and effective dosing. A prolific scholar and teacher, he has co-authored over 100 peer-reviewed papers, served as the 9th president of the American College of Clinical Pharmacy, and currently continues his work as an adjunct professor at the UNC Eshelman School of Pharmacy. And this is just, by the way, the abridged version of Dr. Powell. Check him out on Wikipedia. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Powell.
So it's a pleasure to be here. The first time I came, I drove here in a Volkswagen Beetle with my wife and a U-Haul van that was as big as the Beetle. This time I flew. It's a lot faster. And looking at you, I was here 54 years ago. So I was thinking, what are you going to be doing for the next 54 years? Number one, I won't be around, but you're going to have stories to tell. I was thinking also about the changes that I've seen that you may or may not be aware of. If you look at from 1980 to 2026, in the pharmaceutical industry, there would have been, in 1980, no PharmDs. Today, there's many. The FDA, no PharmDs. Today, there are many, and influential. Deans of schools of pharmacy, no PharmDs. Today, there are many. Hospitals, there were few. Now there are many. Publications, few. Now there are many. In journals like, in most of the major medical journals, clinical pharmacology and therapeutics. NIH grants, none. Now there are some. Now, things have changed, and it's largely been from getting training that would allow people to succeed post-PharmD, as well as the PharmD program itself. There are a couple people I wanted to highlight to you, PharmDs that have been extraordinarily successful. One is Bill Evans, PharmD from Tennessee. He became the head of St. Jude Children's Cancer Hospital in Memphis. One of the things that he started off, I knew him when he started off just doing gentamicin dosing in patients that were infected. Then his research progressed so that he then did busulfan dosing research in childhood lymphoblastic leukemia, raising the cure rate from 50% for unadjusted dosing to 90% cure for adjusted dosing to the individual characteristics of the children. He then led St. Jude as the CEO of St. Jude from 2004 to 2014. Second guy, I've had more than a couple beers with these guys, Fred Eshelman. Fred Eshelman, I knew at Glaxo. He was the first PharmD there. He led the development of ranitidine, or Zantac, which was a $1 billion drug. He worked there for a number of years. He rose to senior vice president of clinical. He then formed his own company called PPD, which is a CRO. He sold that for $1 billion. Fred's not hurting today. He's living somewhere in Montana on some kind of a ranch. He also took that money that he got and he gave the University of North Carolina $100 million, paying back what he had been given before. So I want to tell you, these guys and many of the people up here would qualify for the hero's journey. The hero's journey goes back into thousands of years to people that go off on a trek to accomplish some seemingly impossible task. And along in that task, they encounter dragons or bears, or their life is threatened. And they overcome those adversities and grow so that they become more efficient to solve more problems going forward. And so the hero's journey really describes what a lot of the people on this stage, and probably many of your parents, have gone through in their lives. And it's going to affect you as well. And it reminds me also of when I was here in, I think it was probably around 1973. A friend of mine was in crisis back in New York, so I invited him out to go snowshoeing in Yosemite. So we went into Yosemite and trudging along, and the first night pitched the tent, and as you know, if you're a backpacker, you have to hang your food from a tree branch. Well, our food was in the tent, and I was hanging the line and looked back, and there was a large bear sitting next to the tent looking at us. And so we were in the snow. We were like a good day's trek from the valley. So we rushed the bear thinking it would run away, foolishly. But the bear didn't do that. It began chasing me in 3 foot of snow. I wondered if I would ever see my daughter, newborn daughter or wife at that moment. But that's a challenge, it's something that sticks with you, and you will encounter those bears going forward, and you will persevere and you will grow from that, as have Evans and Eshelman and many others. I think one of the things that I would like you to consider is, you're doctors now, but the key thing that I wanted to have for myself, but I also wanted to have for people that I was responsible for, is I wanted them to be influential. And so to be influential, you need other skills. For example, you need to learn how to negotiate. My father, he didn't negotiate with me. He told me what to do, and I did it out of fear. But learning to negotiate was really something that really stayed with me for the rest of my life. The second thing that you're going to have to do is learn how to resolve conflicts. You add these, being able to negotiate, resolve conflict, and the third one is presentation skills. Being able to talk to people instead of, so this is the first talk I've given in years that I'm not reading slides, okay? Where you're actually looking to people and reading the audience and trying to communicate directly. Those skills, combined with your experiences and your education, will lead you to really be very influential, and that's a goal that I hope you have. I think in closing, always develop yourself to be increasingly influential. And finally, try and run faster than the bear. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Powell. Once again, you've knocked it out of the park. Today, we will raise a glass. For now, we will raise a bowl, which is this bowl. Let me turn the page. Don't want to drop it. Here it is. The bowl of Hygeia is an internationally recognized symbol for the profession of pharmacy. Its origins are in Greek mythology. Hygeia is the goddess of health. A snake wraps around the bowl. The bowl represents medicines, and the snake represents potency. Consequently, the bowl of Hygeia reflects medicines, pure and potent. The Bowl of Hygeia Award is the highest honor bestowed to a graduating student. The UCSF Pharmacy Alumni Association sponsors the production of this special piece of art. This is a very big deal. So I am pleased to introduce Dr. Matt Bryant. There you are, Matt. president of the UCSF Alumni Association, and class of 2002. 2002. Let's give him a hand. I'm going to hand you the ball. All right. The recipient of the Bowl of Hygeia is chosen through a 2-round process. In the first round of voting, the class selects 5 finalists who best exemplify the qualities most desirable in a pharmacist. UCSF, by the way, as we all know, is very competitive. Our students are outstanding, and any one of you could be in this group, as it is a close call to choose among outstanding students. That said, I'd like to announce this year's 5 finalists and ask each of these students, first of all, to stand and face us and remain standing till I finish calling your 5 names. Dr. Joanna Feng, Dr. Jason Lamb, Dr. Sebastian Lowe, Dr. Wendy Rivera, and Dr. Vicky Tran. All right, face the audience. Turn around and face the audience. Let's give them all a hand. All right, please sit down. This is an outstanding slate of candidates. While only one person will receive the Bowl of Hygeia, it is the highest honor to be among the finalists, particularly since your classmates are the ones who honored you. Let's have a round of applause again. Okay, in the second round of voting, faculty and students select the award's recipient. The moment has come to reveal this year's awardee. Dr. Bryant will present the Bowl of Hygeia trophy. Don't we have something else here? Is there a certificate? Yeah. I am pleased to announce that the 2026 recipient of the Bowl of Hygeia Award is, drum roll, Dr. Sebastian Lowe. Come on up. While he stands there, let me say some things about Sebastian. Sebastian is a model student pharmacist who consistently demonstrates compassion, professionalism, and a genuine passion for the profession of pharmacy, fostering an inclusive and supportive environment for both his classmates and his patients. He approaches patient care with empathy, grace, and a strong sense of responsibility, while also bringing positivity to every setting. He truly embodies the values of UCSF and the spirit of the Bowl of Hygeia Award. One more applause. Okay, I think you go. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Okay. Is everybody ready? All right. Now we come to the main event, the primary reason we have all gathered here today, conferring of the Doctor of Pharmacy degree on the members of the class of 2026. This honor is graciously accepted by my colleague, UCSF Chancellor Sam Hawgood. Dr. Hawgood completed his medical training at the University of Queensland in Brisbane and trained as a resident in pediatrics. He has served in almost every capacity over his last 4 decades at UCSF, including being our 10th UCSF Chancellor. His professional affiliations and honors are many. It is my great pleasure to ask Chancellor Sam Hawgood to take the podium.
So good morning, class of 2026. Our goal at UCSF has always been to train you for a lifetime of caring, imagination, and discovery. We want you to make a difference in the world, and we trust that we have prepared you well for the journey that you will encounter. You, in turn, leave us your legacy, a school that has been enriched by your time here. Now, today, you are about to embark on careers that will be characterized by both challenges and opportunities, both expected and unforeseen, for decades to come. During your time here at UCSF, science and healthcare have made fantastic progress. That will continue towards better treatments with newer tools. The challenge, however, to broaden healthcare access remains for all of us. You, as pharmacists, are uniquely poised to address these challenges, whether in pharmacies, on hospital floors, in industry, academia, or government. At UCSF, the call to serve our patients, our communities, and our learners has been woven into the very fabric of our mission. I hope you'll take this moment to commit, along with many other lessons of your time here, and redefine health and what the limits are as your careers progress. Your record shows that you will doggedly advocate for science, for intellectual curiosity, for empathy, and for a healthy society, no matter what your role is in the future. While we cannot predict what the next big change will look like, nor what it will demand of each of us, what we do know is that the future is now in your hands. I look forward with great anticipation to the future that you will help shape for all of us in the future. So now, will the members of the class of 2026 please stand? By the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of California, I hereby confer upon you the degree Doctor of Pharmacy. My congratulations.
Okay, thank you, Sam, thank you. As the final step in the ceremonial, I hope I'm saying the right thing here, just a minute. Oh yeah, as the final step in the ceremonial transition from student to UCSF alumni, the new graduates will receive their doctoral hoods. I have the honor of hooding our new graduates, and in the hooding ceremony, I will be assisted by Dr. Sharon Yeomans, Executive Vice Dean, member of the class of 1985, and Dr. Sam Hawgood, Provost Catherine Lucy, and Regent Brian Komodo will be congratulating the graduates. So why don't everybody get up here to this. Sharon, you're over, yeah, everybody. Sam's there, and then I think Catherine, I think you guys go way over. Yeah, something like that, okay. Okay, wait. Okay. All right, we have arranged for professional photographers to take pictures of the graduates as part of the hooding ceremony. We appreciate your cooperation by not approaching the stage to take photos so that we may keep the aisles clear for the graduates. Would the first row of graduates please approach the stage? Okay, here we go.
Dr. Elizabeth Arden Doe Wynn. Dr. Larissa Wynn. Dr. Caitlin Ortiz. Dr. Elena Dornton. Dr. Joanna Fang. Dr. Jason Lamb. Dr. Sebastian Lowe. Dr. Wendy Rivera. Dr. Vicki Tran. Dr. Valpreet Kaur Badesha. Dr. Mujan Alai. Dr. Luis Alvarez. Dr. Dallin Barfield. Dr. Griffin Anthony Baskovich. Dr. Sophia Chan. Dr. Shin Wen Chang. Dr. May Chaw. Dr. Joyce Chen. Dr. Esther Chen. Dr. Joshua Chang. Dr. Christine Angela Lumanga Corpus. Dr. Danica Chambray Cruz. Dr. Bill Deacon. Dr. Alinda Dang. Dr. Elena Deer. Dr. Anit Dillon. Dr. Janelle Dimapaso. Dr. Christopher Dimitropoulos. Dr. Han Din. Dr. Jennifer Doe. Dr. Nee Doe. Dr. Aaron Dwan. Dr. Josephine Dolan. Dr. Anuki Aderamuni. Dr. Amal Fuad Iga. Dr. Janelle Ilazaraga Oriel. Dr. Francisco Enriquez Jr. Dr. J. Justin Julio Faria. Dr. Trevor Lee Flores. Dr. Bryce Gentry. Dr. Hannah Nicole Gillerin. Dr. Mei Yoon He. Dr. Alyssa Hugh. Dr. Laura Huang. Dr. Ray Huang. Dr. Sheng Hung Wang. Dr. Lorraine Ishida. Dr. Shireen Islam. Dr. Farnaz Jahani. Dr. Antoinette Kaguhi. Dr. Narek Kalajan. Dr. Lita Kashniat Rod. Dr. Hannah Kim. Dr. Alisa Quay. Dr. William Law. Dr. Jade Ramos Luguia. Dr. Jennifer Yim Lam. Dr. Alexandria Lapan. Dr. Vivian Min Lei. Dr. Kaylee Khan Yoon Lee. Dr. Mackenzie Chunting Lee. Dr. Madeline Laquan.
I know you're anxious.
Dr. John Lee. Dr. Johnny Lee. Dr. Marsha Lee. Dr. Ivy Lang. Dr. Lisette Liao Lee. Dr. Isola Lopez. Dr. Ara Mahmoudi. Dr. Fiona Mai. Dr. Ailey Carolina Mendoza. Dr. Jaren Alyssa McGow. Dr. Daniel Miranda Juarez. Dr. Ria Mishra. Dr. Julia Monka. Dr. Irina Murray. Dr. Lani Nariyoshi. Dr. Andrea Pham Nap Khan Nguyen. Dr. Michael Nguyen. Dr. Sammy Wang Kai Bin Nguyen. Dr. Sim Niger. Dr. Eamon Best Obano. Dr. Alexa Oros. Dr. Nishka Patel. Dr. Kayla Peralta. Dr. Lydia Perdigo. Dr. Justin Pham. Dr. Darlene Fan. Dr. Fong Fan. Dr. Nora A. Tarpo. Dr. Christine Marie Ramos. Dr. Yasmin Ramos. Dr. Arnav Rastogi. Dr. Caitlin Ryan. Dr. Marcela Salazar. Dr. Jeremiah J. Sampson. Dr. Sahana Saravanan. Dr. Emma Scholes. Dr. Adarina Shabazi. Dr. Serena Sho. Dr. Longon Su. Dr. Elise Ajong Song. Dr. Anastasia Tentaglu. Dr. Agazit Tesfa. Dr. V. Tan. Dr. Henry Tran. Dr. Caitlin Bowian Nop Trin. Dr. Diana Sang. Dr. Scott Uemura. Dr. Pooja Vedam. Dr. Isaiah Williams. Dr. Wendy Shedd. Dr. Victoria Yan. Dr. Janine Yeh. Dr. Yibing Yu. Dr. Jenny Zhang. Dr. Alisa Zhao.
Or let's give them all a hand. We're going to give more. All right, class of 2026. In your white coat ceremony, you first took the oath of a pharmacist. In so doing, you affirmed your transition from smart student to student pharmacist. A few moments ago, your student status ended and your life as a doctor of pharmacy officially began. Today, we recognize your evolution from student pharmacist to doctor of pharmacy with a reaffirmation of your oath. This oath serves as an ethical compass for pharmacists over their careers, helping them navigate professional quandaries as patient care providers and critical thinkers. Dr. Leslie Bennett, this year's Distinguished Pharmacy Alumnus of the Year, will come up to the stage, and I could read accolades about Dr. Bennett, but anyway, will come up to the stage and lead you in your oath, please.
Please rise and repeat after me. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will promote inclusion and belonging, respect differences in all individuals, and address health disparities to advance health equity for all people. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for all patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the responsibility to improve my professional knowledge, expertise, and self-awareness. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. Congratulations.
Okay, I'm going to present this class, so stay standing. Class of 2026, you are a very distinguished class in so many ways. On behalf of all of our faculty, staff, residents, and fellows, we have been honored to serve you. Family, friends, faculty, and students, please stand. I proudly present the class of 2026, the nation's, no, the world's newest and finest doctor of pharmacy. Okay, I think we can all sit down now. There he is. Okay, as our program concludes, I'd like to thank some people as well as provide all of you with some reminders. None of this would have been possible without the incredible efforts of Leslie Chocano Solis and the OSA staff, as well as Catherine Tam and the communications team. Let's give them a hand. Wherever you are, behind the scenes. Also, your graduation would not have happened without everyone here on the stage with me. Without Sam's leadership, Catherine's guidance, Sharon Yeomans, my fellow deans, the faculty, the residents. Let's give this group of people a hand. Okay, here is the Cinderella point where you won't turn into a pumpkin, but here's what they're telling me. We hope you enjoy some time to mingle with your graduates, but as a reminder, we are required to leave the building no later than noon. Please remain in your seats now until our faculty, our distinguished guests, and the entire class have exited the hall. We have a bagpipe guy. Yes. Are you going to come up? Do you come up on stage?